wish to thank you all on behalf of my colleagues from the Latin American region for attending this event. This has been organized in collaboration with our friends from CII and is dedicated to promote our region among distinguished entrepreneurs from Hyderabad, the land of Mr. Damu Ravi, who is a great advocate for Latin America, just as well as Ambassador Bojwani, as you have heard. Mr. Ravi is also our closest ally at the Ministry of External Affairs. As you all know, Latin America is, as is India, growing in times of global economic and financial slowdown. The Latin American GDP exceeds $6 trillion, and our overall growth in 2012 reached 3.1% and is expected to increase, Mrs. Ella mentioned that, in 2013 to almost 4%, 3.8%, which is quite significant if we compare it with the global growth that in 2012 reached no more than 2.2%. According to the World Bank, there will be reduced earning inequality, low unemployment, and more stable real wages in our region in the coming years. Unemployment rates remain at 6.5%, a historical low. Inflation levels are also low in most of our countries, going from as low as 1.8% in Peru to 2.2% in Ecuador, for example. We all share good prospects for the years to come, and we are called to make the best we can of these times. Our countries are experiencing economic and social development in a highly democratic political context. Parallel to our efforts to preserve and strengthen democracy, our countries are achieving important macroeconomic robustness. We must not let this opportunity pass us by. India and Latin America are natural partners. We have complementary economies and markets, and this must be harnessed in order to catalyze economic and social growth and inclusiveness. Our economic ties are strengthening, but definitely not as much as they could. There is plenty of potential for increasing exchanges, and distances are no longer that relevant. Out of the 1.6 trillion US dollars foreign trade of Latin America, $1.6 trillion, only 30 billion are traded with India. If India looks closely at the dynamics that mechanisms such as Mercosur, NAFTA, CARICOM, and more recently the Pacific Alliance, which has been mentioned before me, have represented in the economic growth of our countries, you could find very successful examples of collaborative modalities. Likewise, the mechanisms operating in the Asian region provide a great example for us to look upon. I am sure my colleagues have many ideas on how we can partner up and create value for our countries by enhancing our engagement with India, identifying business opportunities, and, as Mrs. Ella mentioned, searching for complementarities to strengthen our relation. Before I conclude my words, I would like to quote Ambassador Bojwani, who said, "If you don't consider Latin America in your list of priorities, you are missing an enormous opportunity." Thank you very much.